The holiday is a time we visit with family, and this year might be the first time in a year that you have seen mom and dad or other aging family members, and Benefit Results has some tips for us to look for to make sure our family members are not being taken advantage of. Good morning, Jill.
Good morning.
How are you? This is the most important subject that we will have during this holiday time because, again, people are seeing their aging family members first time maybe in 2 years. They've talked to them on the phone, they've done emails, and everything seems okay. Everything's great because they said they're okay, they're fine, don't want you to worry. I have a parent like that, my mother, you know, who does that. And then we find out that they're in financial trouble, they are taken advantage of, maybe not eating. And that's the things you want people to start looking at.
You're so right. And we're proud people. It's hard to say when you need help. And parents don't like to tell their kids they need help. So oftentimes on the phone or emails or text, you might get everything's just fine, everything's great. But until you see them, you might realize that that isn't the case.
Yeah, and then we start to feel guilty because we're like, why didn't I see this? Why didn't I know? But I'll give an example of me. So my mother, you know, lives in Michigan. We've been talking back and forth on the phone. How you doing, Mom? Everything's great. Oh my goodness, I'm doing my prayers. God's got me. We're all good. I'm like, great, Mom. I'll talk to you next week. My sister calls me 2 days later and says, hey, did Mom say that she needed, you know, money to be moved to another facility? I'm like, no, she didn't bring that up. And that's where I should have been looking at some of those signs. So let's talk about that.
You know, I think we need to look at things beyond the I'm fine question. How are you eating? How is your house? How are your bills? How's your mail? Are you getting your mail? Sometimes people hoard mail and they don't see their bills, they don't see what's going on. Sometimes they're getting scammed by someone and they don't want to tell you. Oh, that nice young man that comes to my house every day, I'm giving him money to water my plants or whatever. There are questions you should ask beyond just how are you.
Yeah.
But more importantly, during the holidays when we're actually there visiting, there's some things you can just look with your own eyes to see that might not be something they're telling you, but you might see. For example, weight loss, how much food is in the fridge, how many medications are in the drawer. That's a real indicator. If you have a lot of expired medications that aren't being dealt with, are they taking them correctly? Use your eyes to be able to see what's going on so that you are getting a big picture, or the correct picture.
And a lot of people don't realize moms and dads and older parents, even to this day, have landlines. And that's where they're getting scammed on the landlines, which, you know, you need to have that talk because my biggest one, my mother loves the scam where one of my children are in jail. And oh my goodness, you know, we need to get him out of jail. I'm his lawyer right now. He needs $15,000. Go to Walmart and buy 5 different cards at $500 and stuff. And that's something you need to really talk to them about and also listen to them because you might think it's a joke and laughing, but they might have done that and now they're embarrassed to tell you.
That's right, and helping them get out of something like that is going to become very important for you to help with. I think when you are dealing with an aging parent, their pride and their you're still their kid. It doesn't matter. You know, I might be, you know, 50 plus, but I'm still 10, right? So it is important that you talk to your parents with respect and not being demeaning, and that you ask questions to make them feel that they're safe and supported and not judged for a bad decision if that were to have happened. And
that's why you visit Benefit Results, because you're there to help them through this. You're here to actually maybe say, you know what, let us talk to your parents because, you know, that might be the best way than you trying to. But also you're there to help them kind of like, oh, here goes the guidelines. Let's look at them. I love the story you talk about, and that's where you help the man save money and also get out of his, as we say, the direct pay for stuff that he was paying for memberships he didn't know about and stuff like that. And that's the talks to have with your parents.
Well, if you go into your parents' home and you see there's no food in the fridge, maybe the time is to start talking about benefits that can help pay for Meals on Wheels, right? Or a life alert. If they're falling, they don't want to tell you they have bruises, they don't want to tell you they're falling, well, let's find some sort of the I've fallen and I can't get up button, right? That type of thing to be able to get involved. And there's wonderful benefits that will pay for those if the person can't, but you have to ask the right questions, and that's really what Benefit Results wants to do, is be a place where you can call and ask those questions if you don't know, and we're very pleased to be there.
Yeah, and again, the other part, like you said, there's benefits out there, but I get frustrated on that phone. My mother gets frustrated, so they just let it go away. And again, those benefits can come in to help, especially during the holiday season as we go through the different times right now. So that's what we love about Benefit Results, Jill. That's what we love, that you make sure our parents and our aging family members are taken care of. So
Thank you so much.
give them the website and where they can find out more.
We would love to have you check us out at benefitresults.com. Call our office, stop by the website, and there's a contact button. You can just put your information in, and we will be happy to call you back or email you with answers.
There you go. And also you can go to aztv.com/livewell on our website, and you can see all the information they have there too. So, so thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So happy holidays.
Thank you.